So I was looking, as I often do, at medievalist.net, one of my favorite websites, and they had a list of...
It's like a medieval times-esque sort of thing.
Yeah.
Renaissance fair, if you will.
Well, not Renaissance fair, just some medieval historian that has interesting articles, and they had a list of some interesting medieval deaths, strange deaths that I wanted to share with you guys real quick.
I feel like everyone just shit their intestines out in that time. You know what I mean? Like medieval time. No one had and then they had a cancer.
Bath.
Yeah.
They had a bath. That never happens.
Yeah, imagine the bowel movements of that era.
Oh yeah,
everyone just got decapitated or
Sweet release from my horrible asshole. Thank you for taking my head off.
His head was crushed by the hoof of a horse.
Well, yeah, we're getting something similar.
All right, getting warmer.
But yeah, this first one. Gruffudd ap Llewellyn ap Lorinth was a Welsh prince who was being held prisoner.
Gruff for short.
Gruff, yeah, McGruff the crime dog.
Yeah, it's Oliver happening.
He was being held prisoner at the Tower of London in 1244, and he decided he wanted to escape. The English chronicler Matthew Paris explains what happened next. Quote, "One night, having deceived his jailers and made a cord out of sheets, tapestries, and tablecloths, he let himself down perpendicularly by means of the same rope from the top of the tower. And when he had thus descended some distance from the weight of his body, the cord snapped, and he fell from a great height. For he was a big man and very corpulent in the way that he broke his...
My friend called me corpulent the other day. That is the best term for fat ever. He's like,
when you're corpulent.
Yeah.
I did that thing where I was baiting him. I was like, I know I've gained a little weight. And he was like, yes, you've gotten a little bit more corpulent. I was like, I sound like a fucking corpse when you say that.
So being a big man and very corpulent, and in this way he broke his neck and died. In his pitiable corpse was found in the morning near the wall of the tower, and afforded the lamentable spectacle to all who saw it, as his head, together with his neck, was buried in between his shoulders.
Damn.
So he got
popped in
like the way Mario crushes a mushroom. Just
wow.
Oh, jeez.
His head was in between his shoulders.
But imagine being like a medieval kid and seeing that. You'd be like, oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Something happened.
I was going to say.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I've said before, my favorite thing about reading history is because the only reason this got written down is because that was the thing that happened that year.
Yeah.
Nothing else happened.
I remember reading something that we see more in a day.
Yeah.
Ingest more information in a day than most people did in their entire lifetimes back then.
Hell yeah.
And you're like, oh boy.
Yeah. And we wonder why everyone's insane.
Yeah.
If a medieval person was in Rivers' room for 2 seconds, they would shit their pants and then die from a heart attack. Yeah.
They would.
Like wires and men with belts and then instruments that aren't lutes. Then the cross-eyed shit their pants die.
Put my head into my chest cavity and end this.
In this demon vision.
So this one is King Louis VI of France. He adored his son Philip, even naming him co-king in 1129. However, several chronicles did not share the king's lofty opinions, complaining that the teenage Philip was brash, arrogant, and disobedient. Then, 2 years later, this happened, according to Louis' biographer.
For shame, young Philip.
So, quote, "He was riding through a suburb of the city of Paris one day when his horse stumbled over a diabolical pig that rushed out of a dunghill on the banks of the Seine and ran amongst the feet of the galloping horse."
I love this pig.
The description is awesome. Yeah, a diabolical pig.
Dubious pork.
Taking a very bad fall, the horse threw the noble youth again, riding against the cobblestones, and crushed him underfoot with all of his weight. No one had seen the pig before, and was seen by none afterwards. So this is a phantom pig. Just
love it.
Phantom swine.
What if pigs were the only animal that figured out time travel?
Oh yeah.
And that's a time traveling pig that was like, we got to kill this prince and end this line. And then it went back and did its deed, and it came here, and then they just destroyed the time machine.
It's a pig from 2005.
I was about to say,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if they made a Babe 3, but if they have a Babe Pig in Time, it's right there.
God, it'd be so good.
They just didn't have the technology to make it back in the 90s.
Charlotte's Time Machine.
Yeah,
I mean, Yeah, these are around.
I love it. Thank you to the dubious pork out there listening.
Yeah.
Thank you for setting the timeline right for us. They came back to the future and were like, it's too powerful, and then they destroyed it.
Immediately a head gets cut off, gets turned into bacon.
That's what Charlotte was talking about in the web. She was like, some pig. This pig invented a time machine.
This one is about Martin the Humane.
Cook.
King of...
Sorry, Snowflake.
He was the king of Aragon and Sicily. He died in 1410, and we have several versions of how he died, but in the best known, Martin, having just eaten an entire goose when his jester entered the bedroom, Martin asked him where he'd been.
I am finished with my goose.
Yeah, I know, I love it so much.
Now I must laugh.
Yeah.
He's like wiping feathers from his face.
That's what I think. When it says he ate an entire goose, I am just
like nuts to guts. Bill, like he
starting
ate the
with
bill.
Succulent goose.
Wonderful. I shall now indulge in my succulent goose.
This fowl is anything but.
He's just eating it like a snake. Just
Oh my, the little webby feet, my favorite part. Oh heavens, I seem to have gotten goose blood all over
My chainmail or whatever people wore back.
yeah.
He was wearing a full suit of armor. He's eating a whole goose.
Not very forgiving. I could have wanted slightly better to eat an entire goose.
Make me laugh, Jester. I'm eating my goose.
Well, so Martin asked him where he had been, and the jester replied, "Out in the next vineyard, where I saw a young deer hanging by his tail from a tree as if someone had so punished him for stealing figs." The king found this so funny that he began laughing uncontrollably until he fell over and died.
Who would do such a thing to what man? Also, that jester for sure killed that king.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
he's like, "Oh, this is what happened."
Oh, he laughed.
I made him laugh too hard. You see, that's what happened.
That's it. So I can never work again as a jester, and I'm just gonna go.
For a guy,
What an
named-
absurd turn of phrase.
I think it's beautiful that his name is Martin the Humane.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then he died laughing at animal cruelty.
Yeah. That's true.
Totally.
Henry II, the Count of Champagne, had become the king of Jerusalem in 1192, although he was reigning over a much diminished kingdom in the wake of the Third Crusade, which that's the funniest one by far.
Absolutely.
Disaster. His own reign came to an end in 1197 when he was watching his troops gather from his palace in Acre when, in the words of one chronicler, quote, he was leaning on the railings of a window and looking down. The railings gave way and he fell to the ground. His dwarf servant, named Scarlet, tried to grab his sleeve, but he too was pulled. Henry was killed immediately, and it said that if the dwarf had not fallen on him, he perhaps would not have died so soon. The dwarf servant died later of a broken leg.
Of a broken heart.
Yeah, of a broken heart.
I need a minute.
I know, like just visualizing it, wondering how to say something funny.
I titled that one "Death by Dwarf Swanton Bomb."
There we go. You did all the heavy lifting for us, so to speak.
I just was not expecting a dwarf in that story. I was just like, yeah, this dumbass fell out the what?
He's like, I'm fine.
I think that dwarf was not a dwarf. That was a pig in a dress.
Yeah.
The
was a
time
diabolical
traveling
pig.
pig.
It's that same one.
Yeah, it came back and was just like, "Wee," and then it disappeared, replaced itself with a dwarf. A dwarf named Scarlet.
Yeah. Or maybe Scarlet.
Oh, okay.
It's there's only one T, so
Okay.
it may be Scarlet.
Maybe.
But I don't know. Who knows?
Either way, that dwarf is fucking dead now.
Yeah. The last one here. The Byzantine Emperor Basil I spent the last few years of his reign worrying about plots to overthrow him, even from his own family. According to the imperial biographers at the time, the emperor was in Thrace hunting deer along with his entourage. Quote, he was giving chase alone, for his companions were tired, but the stag, seeing him isolated, turned in his flight and charged him to gore him.
Hell yeah.
he got-
some Robert Baratheon shit.
He got fucked up by a deer.
Well, that's what happens when your entourage is taking a little break.
Yeah.
When Turtle's off checking his Twitter or whatever, you're getting fucking gored.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
I love it. Well, did you guys see that? There was that video like a couple weeks ago of like the deer, because if deer get into like a no, I was saying fist fight, a
Yeah.
horn fight.
Yeah.
Like the one that one of them died, and it was like basically you're locked in because you don't have hands until the thing disintegrates. There was a video of a deer that had
Jesus.
another deer's head full of horn, like
Yeah.
the head of a dead deer with its horns locked into his horns.
Yeah.
So you're fucking dragging that thing around.
Yeah, until it falls off.
Until your horns fall off. And
Yeah.
Boy,
yeah.
talk about having a little something to remember your anger issues by.
Yeah, exactly.
For like the next fucking how long does it take a deer to disintegrate?
Well, the horns, the deer's horns fall off.
Oh, right.
Fall,
They'll rip off its head.
Yeah, and then they'll get new ones in the spring.
yeah.
Yeah, what a gory.
But it sucks all.
Yeah, I saw
all
that
summer.
video and I was like, "Don't fuck with deer."
Yeah.
Not that I
yeah.
did before, but like, just like, I'm like, I'm gonna respect that animal a little bit more than I did before.
They look cute.
Yeah.
They'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
They'll fuck you up.
So the emperor, now finding himself helpless, took flight, but the deer, pursuing, struck at him with his antlers, with the result that it carried him off. For the tips of the antlers having slipped under his belt, the stag lifted him from his horse and bore him away. No one knew this had happened until they saw the horse riderless. His followers soon began to search for the emperor, and soon one man was able to find Basil and free him by cutting off his belt. He had been dragged for 16 miles.
Damn.
Once he regained his senses, he accused the man who had just saved him of trying to kill him and ordered his execution, and then he died 9 days later of internal injuries.
Oh my god. Did they kill the guy?
Yeah, they did.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just everyone take that lesson. Don't save.
Don't save shit.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
save shit.
Yeah.
Especially if someone's about to die in an embarrassing fashion, just let them do it.
Yeah,
Because
be
they'll
like,
kill you to cover it up.
yeah. No, that's not my problem, bro. I'm out.
Yeah, yeah.
Should have been fucking with the deer.
Yeah, yeah. And also just don't save, if
An
it's
emperor.
a king, an
Yeah.
emperor, no reason to save them.
No, they're descended from gods or whatever. That's the bullshit they tell you, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. This is God's will. If he
If-
gets dragged 16 miles by a deer.
Yeah. God just thought that guy was an
Yeah.
asshole.
Just think that's a good old time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh man. Well, so that's what's happening at medievalist.net.